Hello everyone, welcome to coloring session 1 of Phoenix. She's from Dance Dreams Coloring Book Volume 1 by Christine Izaak, who is me. And I'm looking forward to coloring. I've done this one once before in 2016 when I first designed it. She's based on a painting called Joy. It's up on my website if you want to take a look. When I translated it to a line drawing, all these flames started appearing, and I thought, oh my goodness, she really looks like a phoenix. And then the wings came. So today we're listening to music for a stress-free day, part of my archaic CD collection. Yeah, I don't even know, 1997. I don't have a cup of tea with me, but I do have some tea leaves in water, so making like an infusion instead of rather hot tea. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to be putting a piece of clean paper under my hand as I color. It's pretty warm on this side of the United States today, and if your paper gets sweaty or oils on it, your pencils might do some funky things. So I thought I would start up here with the flame and work way down into the spiral, and maybe do her a little earlier. I was thinking maybe she should have blue wings, like the blue part of a flame is that hottest part. So this should be interesting and relaxing, hopefully for you. There's lots of little crevices to color. I'm going to be using an assortment of Crayola and my more waxy kind of pencils. The brand is called Colore. They're from Michaels. I like the way they work too. So I sharpened it down to a point, and this is a pretty big area. And we'll start up here. And I'm going to go softly and leave room for some yellow and orange to be put in there too. So I'm going darker on the left side of these, and then I'll go softer into the edge there. And for all of you that love red and yellow and orange, this is for you because there's plenty of it. So volume 1 is called In Your Element. So there's a couple. It feels a little repetitious maybe in terms of themes. I see a lot of water, air, fire, and earth I represented mostly by flowers and seeds. So you can outline it first if you want, and then go later into it. You can see this goes all the way in here. And you're going to want to sharpen your pen to really create those sharp, your pencil to create the sharp flames. And remember, there's no right way. There's only your way. And remember to breathe. I forget that sometimes. I find myself holding my breath, and that's good thing. This is a good time to take a couple deep breaths and just relax. Enjoy the feel of the pencil, learning to control that release of pressure, to soften. So let's say I go here, right? So I'm pressing pretty hard, I'd say 80%, and I go almost to about 30% pressure, I would say. So when you want that intense coverage, you press hard, and then you release, release, release. And creating this smooth connections, that's the part that comes with a little bit of skill. And don't be afraid to go over it. And if you're unhappy, you feel you got dark too soon, you can always try to erase. It's not easy with pencils to get it all off, but you'll be able to lighten it if you want to. I think it's a good idea to scan and make copies of the pages. If you've bought the digital download, make a few copies for yourself, so you don't feel the pressure for perfection, and that you just enjoy it. And someday if you want to color it again, you'll have a template of things you liked and things maybe you would change the next time. Go to this one here. Now sometimes you'll see like a thicker line. You can just go over that. I used, when I was doing the digital transfer of my drawing, I use a digital pen and a tablet, and I think I used kind of like a calligraphy pen type nib when I did the tracing, so it creates some thick and some thin lines. I kind of like that, the weight of it. I thought it was cool, so you'll see once in a while a thicker line will pop out. And then sometimes they'll be really fine, almost hard to see. So you can decide. It's all, up to you, which little holes to get darker and which to get lighter. There's no right way. Darkening that space. And I have not planned this out. I have much more fun when I just go for it. So if you want to look ahead and see that you like what I've done before you start, that's fine too. Some people get anxious not knowing. I kind of like the surprise and also making things work. Sometimes I color something, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I did the right thing, and then it works. I make it work, and I like that. It's like in choreography they call it a chance dance. Kind of throw your couple phrases in, mix them up, and sometimes you create things that you would have never created with all your perfect planning, using synchronicity and timing. So there's an interesting crossovers there in the drawing. So I'm probably going to do a little bit of flame, and maybe we'll even jump over then to her, because I think you could do a lot of this fully by yourself. I don't know if you need me to be with you this whole time. This design has more repetition than most of my other ones, which can be very calming to color, actually. But I don't think you need to follow along this much. I may start sweating right on top of my page today. We're having a major heat wave here. And no air conditioning in my little kitchen here, where I like to color by the window. And if I put a unit in the window, then I lose my bird song in the morning. So this is gonna go here yet. Moving our way down here. I'm just doing a light coat in here because I'm not quite sure. I think I'd like to shift over to some more oranges and things like that. But I'm gonna go just so I can kind of get an idea of the shape of this. So I designed these in 2015 and 16. It's been a long time since I've studied these lines. And it's interesting, once in a while I'll come up against something and I'm like, oh my goodness, I remember drawing this part. I remember making some decisions about it, and the human brain is incredible, really. You can remember things like that, but then I forget why I walked up the stairs 5 minutes ago. I don't know if you have that problem. I'll have this inclination because I have to do something. I get to the top of the stairs. I'm like, why did I come upstairs? I go down thinking I'll remember. I don't remember. Still get my exercise, I guess, that way. My mom is older and she forgets, and I always say to her, don't be so hard on yourself. I just walked up and down the stairs 4 times because I couldn't remember why I went up the first place. Oops, I went over the line. No worries. No worries. I'm back to just coloring it pretty intense here. There we go. And I think I'm going to make that little piece. Alright, so the flame is starting to move down. Now I'm going to make sure I keep that red aside so I remember which one I used. Oh, my ginger cat is here, and he's on the stand of my page. No, don't move that. Oh, he's trying to move my camera. You want to sit here with me? You can sit here with me. Oh no, he's in a fighting mood. My hand may not survive this. Oh no. No. Here, you want to play? You can come say hi to everybody. Just don't take the camera for a ride. Oh gosh. So, if you don't know, Ginger, my cat, adopted us, my family. Showed up one day. I started feeding him because I didn't want him to eat my birds outside. And then Ginger made it inside one day and fell asleep in the house on the couch. And ever since then, Ginger belongs to us, and he's been through many names. Oh boy, which I can't say on camera here. Because He likes to bite playfully, and it can be very painful. All right, so I don't know how much he's going to let me color right now because I can see in his eyes the attack mode has been turned on. I may not get too much further today. So I'm doing that right now. Oh wow, that really already looks like a flame coming with that orange there. I'm going to soften it up a little bit into there. So yes, Smudgy's usually the one here with me, not Ginger Cat. This is very unusual. I think he showed up for one other coloring page. I don't remember which one that was. A little bit of orange there. I might escape this with my life. We'll see. He's getting distracted. Alright, so light orange there. And we're going to play just so you can see what I'm thinking. So this is a gold yellow, not the limey yellow, but the gold yellow. Yeah, that's gonna work. So we could have even put more of that in there, I think, left more room for the golds and yellows, but we still have a background to do behind all this, so. I think I kind of like that, even skipping the orange over here. So this is coloring right over everything. My pencil, I think, is cracked. No, it's just weird. Oh, breeze, thank goodness. A breeze that is 90 degrees. I don't know where all of you are coloring from. Oh, there it comes. See, I had a feeling that I was missing some of that pencil. Oh boy, my camera is getting really tilted. Oh goodness gracious, I think I can't fix it because there is a cat sitting on my wire. Ready to pounce on my fingers. I'm not being too careful here. Just going in and filling in those kind of white spots that I see and smoothing down the strokes a little bit. That's the burnishing. We've talked about that before. If you press hard, it creates like a smooth, kind of glossy look to your coloring. So I'm using the yellow to burnish through it a little bit. You can also go over with a white pencil to blend. These are kind of reversing places. I'll show you what I mean in a second. So we've done these before, these kind of reverse fades. So you see how this goes red to orange, right? Up in here we're going to put yellow and then red in the holes at the bottom. So this one's going to go opposite. So I'm going to put the yellow in here. And I'm allowing it to pick up some of the nearby color. I'm not being too careful here, because it's creating like a streaking thing, which is kind of cool. I'm going to leave some white in there too, because I like the texture. You probably just could have done this from the beginning, come to think about it. Put the yellow all over it. Now you could change the line, the angle of your hand. My stroke's kind of going this way. I think that works okay. So at a certain point, we're going to cross over. It's going to be tricky for a little bit in the center. There's going to not be much delineation between. Take the orange. I'm going to pull out some of these shapes here. And you could also do the opposite, do the darker in the center and leave the yellow towards the edge. See, like that? That also works. Oh, that's kind of cool. So it's like you're making a interior and leaving a shadow. That's pretty cool. I haven't ever done that one before. It's like reversing. So, we're just trying to create a look of flames, which is pretty random and unpredictable. I like that little touch of yellow on the other side. That's, I think, kind of different. I'll probably go back even with the yellow and brighten up those areas here. I think Ginger Cat thinks I'm talking to him. He's settled down. I'm telling him a story about something. Are you listening? Okay. He loves music. I'll catch him with his head right up against the speaker, taking a nap. Especially classical music. Tames the savage beast in him. So I'm kind of just leaving that little spark on the edge there. And we're going to go back and make that a brighter yellow. Oh, it's not bad as the white either. And it works both ways. I really want that yellow to be standing out. Yeah, that's okay, it's working. So you'll see when you get down here. Oops. I didn't plan on that happening, but that's okay. So the colors are going to start to blend because we haven't transferred over yet. And then we're going to bring in the red. So now it's the opposite. The interior of those kind of shapes. Up here they were orange and yellow. Down here they're going to be red. So you can bring it in kind of slowly here. Someone looking at the page might not even notice how cool this is, but you know how cool it is, so. That's the most important thing. That's how you've converted it over. So I hope you've realized what I just did, but I can explain it again for you if you want. See what's going on right there. I'm just going to color over that piece that was right there. I like the red around her toe. Gonna bring the orange. Let's see, where's this orange going? Right here, a little bit. So it's the tricky transition right in there because they come close to each other. But I think it works. I'm going to take the yellow down in here. So you can flip-flop, you know, that switch as often as you want. I think I may do that one more time once we get into the circle, but it's hard to tell right now where we are. So I'm just going, I'm doing lightly, just kind of mapping it out where it's going to go. So, it's to go up in here. And let's see, where is it here? It found itself. It's chasing its tail. Okay. And this one goes into the circle there. So this is just real light. I call it mapping. It's just giving me an idea so I can make some choices about so all the squishies all connect. Stuff there, and I think this one needs to be yellow, and this one here, and this one here. Okay, so it gives us an idea of kind of where we could go after that. Also deciding, do you want the heat of the flame to travel around? I think I would like that, and I'm going to do that with orange and yellow. So I'm going to do my darker here. Now this you can do a texture in here. I'll show you which one I'm going to do. So I make like these lines kind of that fold over each other. I kind of just keep building. You see how I'm kind of just coloring them in. And there's no really rhyme. You know, I'm just kind of building up. I want it to look like something is flowing. You don't have to do this. This is going to be behind the shading, so it's not going to be really obvious. Just adds a little bit of interest. Oh, bug just bit me. going to be coloring over it, but I'd like to have a little bit of texture in there, so. Going darker and then lighter. Especially if you have a big space, it kind of makes it fun, interesting, rather than just, you know, coloring it flat. But there's nothing wrong with that too. And you could put any texture in there. You could just do little circles. I'm being really sloppy with that line though. So we can clean it up a little bit. So I'm doing that darker into the lighter. This could also be sky. The phoenix could be just rising into a beautiful blue sky. I feel like during this time a lot of us are, especially artists and dance teachers, are questioning, you know, how we can make our work relevant. Things have really changed for us in terms of being able to go into a studio and teach and have concerts. Everything's changed. We have to be really creative now. Not sure what quite is going to happen in there, but it's a start. And I'm taking the dark red, and I think you could even get a darker red than this, but still trying to get that edge a little bit. It's like the cloud of heat around her. There's another one coming in here. So I'm just going to darken up and soften. Not sure where we're going with this yet. So this also could be rising out of the ocean. Changes the title a little bit, but they could be ocean. Could be ocean foam under her too. So I'm leaving some texture. I don't mind that. So I'm kind of doing kind of circly things with my pencil. Trying to add some interest into that space. Yeah, I think that's gonna work. So that was the dark red. Ginger's like, let me at him, let me at him. No, you don't. You stay here with me. Okay. Cool. Oh, okay. There's Ginger's handprint on my picture here. And he's telling me it's time. We're going to do this. Hey, you're gonna move your paw. I'm gonna color it yellow. I'm gonna color. Look at the size of these toes. Have you ever seen these long kind of toes on a cat before? Look. Aren't they vicious? He's some kind of cat. I don't know what kind of cat he is. He's stretching them for you. I think he knew we were talking about him. Isn't that funny? He stretched his talons. Ooh, frightening. Okay, so we're just gonna go through this with the yellow. And there's my texture is gonna pop out a little bit. I'm pressing pretty hard here. Hopefully not gonna go through my paper. I'm coloring on a page from the book. This paper's not bad. It's really not bad for coloring, but if you have the chance and you're printing at home, you know, you could print onto better stock paper or even art paper. You can cut down to size for your printer. Some people like to even put it on watercolor paper, and then you can do some watercolors for background and things like that. All right. I'm almost done, Jen. You've been very good. All right. I'm not sure what to do with that yet, so we're not going to go there. So, pretty much just a few pencils, but I think we've got a good start to Phoenix here today. I hope you had fun coloring. I'm probably going to keep going into all of these flame areas. If you'd like to do that by yourself, keep going with the same idea. Now it's red and the interior of this area with the orange. And I'll catch back up with you. We'll do this together and the dancer. Okay? Have a great day, everyone. Bye.